Hi guys, this is my cat Taz. Say hi, Taz. He's still half asleep, but I am using him for clickbait, so you guys click on the video. So all the 7th graders click on the video. And today I'm going to guide you through, actually I'm going to combine lessons 2.3 and 2.4 so that on Thursday we can do the critical juncture assessment. So let's open 2.3. The warm-up. Okay. Today we will use hard candy to model how magma and sediment form. Order the steps below that are needed to form either magma or sediment. So basically you have a 50-50 chance here. Are these three things for sediment or magma? And are these three things for sediment and magma? You have a 50-50 shot, and it's not too hard, I don't think. Okay, in part 2. We had Jolly Ranchers in school, and actually in a previous lesson on Amplify, you were supposed to make sedimentary rock, actually sediment and sedimentary rock. So I'm going to try to do that using some home materials right now. Alright guys, so here I used what I could find in my apartment. So I have 2 cough drops, I have 2 Japanese mints, and 2 other kind of cough drops. So I used what I could. These are 3 different types of igneous rocks because they're all, each igneous rock is kind of made of its own substance. Igneous rocks aren't really mixtures. Like one whole igneous rock will be, will look one way, and then a different igneous rock will look another way. So what I'm gonna do now is model weathering from the sun, which makes water move and makes wind move, and let's have some weathering. Let's see if this works. Oh, Jesus. That was pretty violent. Oh. That is now all over my apartment, guys. The things I do for you. Okay. Now I have some sediment, and I have to clean up a bit. Alright, so I have gathered my sediment, which I formed from weathering igneous rock here. And what I'm going to do, I put it in a plastic cup. And what I'm going to do is add some compacting from another cup that's the same size. So I'm going to add some pressure to this, some weight. But I don't know if I have enough pressure. So I'm going to cheat a little bit. And I have some natural honey. My aunt has some hives up in Maine, so I'm gonna add some honey to this mixture and then try to compact it again. It's already sticking pretty well together. Yeah, actually I can't get it off the spoon. Let's try it again. Okay. Let's see if we have a... I got some sedimentary rock. You guys can probably do better. I didn't get all of it because I could add more honey, but there I have a sedimentary rock. That's one piece. Now I'm going to take my sedimentary rock, and I also threw in 2 igneous rocks, and I put them in the cutest pan ever, and I'm going to try to melt them into magma. Let's see what happens. Let's turn on the flame on high so you don't have to wait too long. Still melting. Oh, it's going fast now. So now my magma is caramelizing, as you can see. And I had to turn on my kitchen vent so I don't breathe too much sugar fumes. Magma. And now I'm gonna let this cool and see if we can get some new igneous rock. Okay, I think this magma solidified into igneous rock. As you can see, it has lots of air bubbles in it. So I'm gonna give it a gentle tap to see if we can separate some of the rock. Oh, yep. I think so. Yep. Got some igneous rock flakes right there. Very thin flakes, kind of looks like mica. Alright, so if you want to try that at home, you would need either some cough drops or some hard candies. And of course your parents' permission and help in doing everything I just did. But I'm going to move forward to part 2 of lesson 2.3. So when you weather your rocks, in this case they did it by shaking a jar, but I used a hammer. When you weather rocks, what happens to them? What happens when you weather sedimentary rocks, and what happens when you weather igneous rocks? And were you able to form sediment from sedimentary, igneous, or both? Or neither? I'm actually going to jump to 2.4 now. Since we're combining the two lessons. And I'm going to launch this rock transformation sorting tool activity right here. So basically you're categorizing these 8 things into either igneous rock or sedimentary rock. Show which words describe processes that form igneous rock and which describe processes that form sedimentary rock. So for example, I could start with an easy one. I know that weathering forms sedimentary rock. And I know that magma turns into igneous rock. But where do you think the rest of these cards go? Upload your screenshot. Skip section 2, because it's kind of a thing that we're going to do that we would have done in school. Skip section 3 as well. Let's just go to the end, because sections 2 and 3 I'm skipping because I'm combining 2 lessons. And this is more if we were in our physical school building. But I want you guys to get to the critical juncture assessment tomorrow, so I'm rushing a little bit. Where did the magma and sediment that formed the rock of the Great Plains and the Rocky Mountains come from? Do you think that the sediment that formed the Great Plains came from the rock of the Rocky Mountains, or the magma that formed the Rocky Mountains came from the rock of the Great Plains? So which do you think is more likely to be true? And I'm not going to tell you the answer today. So I hope that was a fun video for you, and we're going to do the critical juncture assessment tomorrow.